Counter-picking is an integral part of the strategy behind any MOBA. By properly counter-picking, you can set yourself up for a huge advantage over the enemy team. While I won't go into specific hero counters, I will go into some overall strategies and general knowledge that everyone should know. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very quick Paragon Guide. Now, we have to talk about something while you see this draft lobby occur. Now, good team composition has general styles. There are general styles and kind of focuses that certain team compositions go for. As you can see in the top of your screen, there are some of these that I have kind of brought forth for you. There is the split push composition. Don't really see that too much in today's meta at all, but you should be aware about it. It focuses on siege objectives and not 5v5 engagements. It needs a strong duo to split push and a strong trio for the duo to kind of rely on. Amplified by strong disengage heroes or global ultimate heroes. That is one consideration for sure. Next is kind of an early game composition. This composition focuses on strong early game ganks, pressure, and definitely and build a deadly early lead. Utilizes only one carry or generally late scaling heroes with great early game scaling heroes, usually a lot of fighters. Another team composition is a late game composition. Now, this composition features probably 2 carries and other very sustained and safe heroes to kind of weather the storm for the carries to kind of farm up with. It farms in the early and mid game to explode in lethality in the late game, hence the safety till then. Now, a high CC comp is very, very meta right now. Overwhelm the enemy with control in order to take advantage of every mistake that the enemy team makes. And if somebody steps out of line, boom, they're taken out. Easily eliminates key targets to gain quick advantages and combos well with a lot of heroes. Now, the next one is the Wombo Combo Comp, one of my favorites. Features heroes whose ultimates synergize very well together. Arguably the best 5v5 comp if the initiation goes well. If it doesn't go well, the high CC comp, at least in my opinion, probably will win. Now, each style has its strong and weak points that needs to be considered when in the draft lobby. If you're a pro team, obviously, you know, you're probably going to practice a certain style. You're going to have a certain style, and you're going to have to really be aware of that. In the draft lobby and solo queue, you have to kind of just pay attention. What kind of heroes do you have, and what kind of general strategy is going to work for your team comp? Now, the draft lobby usually goes one of 2 ways. A somewhat clear team composition is revealed via people's kind of initial interest. Their first pick, hey, and then there's a team composition. Enemy team comp is usually ignored just because it kind of picked already. Counter picking occurs and a team composition slowly evolves. That's the other way that stuff happens. This, in my opinion, is best when possible. Obviously, you're not counter picking in the first option. This one you are, and you are getting some advantages. Now, counter picking strategy is key when possible. You should do it when possible. Otherwise, pick according to team style comp. Heroes that synergize well together given a certain kind of style. Now, try not to pick easily countered heroes first. And this, I'm showcasing this because usually the carry and the support generally not countered too hard. There's not really too many hard counters when it comes to supports and carries. They're kind of, you know, they're fairly safe, so usually I like picking my carry and my support first because they're usually not too easily countered. Now, try not to pick easily countered heroes first, obviously what we just said. If the enemy does, however, counter pick. Roles that typically don't get strongly countered are support and carry. Those 2 roles should be ideally locked in first. From the counter picking, create a team composition that counters the enemy's style. This does require people to be flexible with the heroes and roles they play. So very quick, guys, that's a brief overview. Please go back and watch this video again to kind of understand everything that I am saying. But I wanted to showcase this because I picked the Murdoch, and they're like, can't really counter Murdoch too well. Yeah, he doesn't have that great escapes, which is probably why Jared here picked the Kwong. And then, you know, Grux, not really too easily countered either. So they just kind of did their own thing. And all of a sudden, we kind of see that there's a good potential wombo combo here with the Decker Howitzer and into the Kwong. So maybe that was the Decker combo to kind of, you know, put that fence out there, prevent anything from happening. But, you know, there you go. So I wanted to showcase this just because I was like, I got first pick. I know that the, you know, that the carry and support are it's not very many hard counters to supports and carries. I go ahead and pick that. So guys, hopefully that makes sense. Please let me know down in the comments if you have any questions about counter picking in this overall general overview. Please, ladies and gentlemen, like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share it with the community, and of course, guys, subscribe. If you guys like this content, found it useful, please subscribe so I can do it for you in the future. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.